video, we want to introduce you to the general guidelines of healthy eating. Even though it might feel like the world has stopped and there are more important priorities at the moment, you are a priority. Your body, your mind, and your general well-being all need to be taken care of independently from what else is happening around us. Some people might find it's very difficult to balance all the aspects of their lives, and the current coronavirus pandemic we're facing might make things even harder. We want to help you to take care of your body in these difficult times, not by endorsing what people define diet culture and not telling you what to eat to lose or gain an X amount of pounds, but by simply paying attention to how you're nourishing your body. Let's have a closer look at the different types of foods that are needed to have a well-balanced and healthy diet.
Your body needs nutrients from each of the different food groups to stay healthy. Carbohydrates, which you would get from potatoes, pasta, cereal, rice, and other starchy carbohydrates. Proteins, which can be found in beans, pulses, fish, meat, chicken, and eggs. Fats, which you get from oils and spreads. Carbohydrates are broken down to provide glucose, which is stored in our muscle tissue and in the liver as glycogen, which is ready to be used as the body for fuel. When these stores are full, the body can convert excess carbohydrate into fat store as adipose tissue, or fat. So using portion control with this food group can be helpful. Carbohydrates can be divided into two categories: starchy carbohydrates, such as bread, potatoes, rice, pasta and cereal, and simple carbohydrates, otherwise known as sugar, which you can find in sweets, chocolates, biscuits, cakes, and other sugars which are found naturally in milk and fruit. So how much carbohydrate should we eat? The Scientific Advisory Committee on Nutrition suggests that around 50% of our total energy intake from our diets should come from carbohydrates, with a maximum of 5% of this from free sugars. We should aim for around 6 to 8 portions of starchy carbohydrates over the day, which should make up around a quarter of each meal. It is very common to have more than one portion per meal, for example, having 2 slices of bread in a sandwich. The size of your fist is roughly the amount of carbohydrate you require per meal, although those who are very active will likely need slightly more. These are the suggested portion size: 2 to 3 tablespoons of breakfast cereals. You could also check the packaging for a serving suggestion. 2 to 3 tablespoons of food like boiled rice, pasta, oats, quinoa and couscous. Some foods can count as 1.5 to 2 portions of carbohydrates depending on their size. 1 medium slice of bread or a small bread roll. 2 egg-sized potatoes. Fried options should cover no more than a quarter of your plate and should only be eaten occasionally.
Every cell in the body contains protein. Therefore, protein is essential for growth and repair of organ and muscle and for general health. Protein is contained in different foods. There are animal sources of protein such as red meat, poultry, fish, dairy products and eggs, and plant sources such as beans, grains, tofu and meat alternatives. So what does a portion look like? A portion of cooked meat is roughly the size of a deck of cards. For white fish and oily fish, the recommended portion size is 140 grams, roughly the size of your palm. And eggs, 2 eggs counts as a portion. Oil and spreads, otherwise known as fat. Fat has many important roles in the body. It contributes to nerve and brain structure. It has an important role in hormone production and is also a source of energy. A small amount of all the type of fat is needed by the body. However, when we consume too much fat, we increase our risk of high cholesterol levels and heart disease. So again, portion control is important. There are different types of fat: saturated fat and unsaturated fat. Saturated fats and trans fats are found in animal products and processed meats, but also coconut oil, cocoa butter, cake, sweets and pastries. Unsaturated fats are found in oily fish, sesame oil, rapeseed oil, avocados, walnuts, pistachios, hazelnuts and nuts. There is no one fruit or vegetable that is better or worse for you. Fruit and vegetables, like starchy carbohydrates, are an important source of fiber, along with providing a wide variety of minerals and vitamins, which are important to protect the body against disease and ill health. Aim to have 5 different portions of fruit and vegetable every day. All fresh, frozen, tin and dried fruit and vegetables are included. Milk and dairy are important in a healthy, balanced diet, providing many nutrients essentials for good health. Milk, cheese, and plant-based alternatives typically provide almost 1/3 of our recommended calcium intakes. Calcium is a very important mineral for bone and teeth health. We would like to highlight the importance of vitamin D as it is closely involved in the absorption of calcium. You make vitamin D under your skin when you're outside in the daylight, which is a reason why vitamin D is sometimes called the sunlight vitamin. What does vitamin D do to the body? Vitamin D works with calcium and phosphorus for healthy bones, muscle and teeth. Even if you have a calcium-rich diet, for example, from eating plenty of milk, cheese, and yogurts, without enough vitamin D, you cannot absorb the calcium into your bones. The main source of vitamin D is from the action of sunlight on our skin. There are very few other sources where we can find vitamin D naturally. There are mainly animal and animal products foods such as oily fish, red meat, vegetable spreads, plant-based milk alternatives, and mushrooms treated with ultraviolet rays. The advice on supplementation states that adults and children over the age of 1 should consider taking a daily supplement containing 10 micrograms of vitamin D daily, particularly over the winter months from October until March. We have come to the end of the video and we hope that you have found this information useful. We want to leave you with 8 smart tips for eating well. Base your meals on starchy foods. Eat lots of fruit and vegetables. Eat more fish, including a portion of oily fish each week. Cut down on saturated fat and sugar. Eat less salt, no more than 6 grams a day for adults. Get active and be healthy weight. Don't get thirsty, keep hydrated, and don't skip breakfast. You can find more information on healthy eating onto the following websites. You can access our Healthy Way Grampian website by scanning the QR code on the screen. You can access the British Dietetic Association food fact sheets on bda.uk.com/foodhealth/foodfacts. And you can also find more information on the Eat Well guide on the Food Standard Agency website. Find us on Facebook looking for NHS Grampian Community Dietitians, where we regularly post on topics that you might find useful, or you can also find us on Twitter at @comdietetics. If you would like any further information on healthy eating, please contact your GP or another health professional if you would like to speak to a dietitian. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.